When I found out I was going to be a parent, I immediately felt a lot of anxiety and worry. So I went on to BetterHelp to try to look for a therapist to help me with that.
My relationship with my family and with my boyfriend and with myself were suffering. I really needed help.
I was ruminating a lot. Really getting those thoughts out to a therapist and getting feedback was just life-changing.
Discover what BetterHelp Online Therapy can do for you. Visit BetterHelp.com today.
Welcome to the Instagram stories for Friday, October 29th. The biggest news of the day by far is Facebook rebranding its entire organization, and they just revealed its new name, which is Meta. You've probably heard this term metaverse before. What does it mean? Let's get into that real quick. There isn't one concrete definition of what a metaverse is because it doesn't actually exist yet. It's been defined a few different ways. Here's one definition of it from venture capitalist Matthew Ball, who wrote the extensive book Metaverse Primer. Here's the quote: "The metaverse is an expansive network of persistent, real-time, rendered 3D worlds and simulations that support continuity of identity, objects, history, payments, and entitlements, and can be experienced at the same time by an effectively unlimited number of users, each with an individual sense of presence." End quote. Facebook defines the metaverse as, quote, "The metaverse is a set of virtual spaces where you can create and explore with other people who aren't in the same physical space as you," end quote. Okay, so this is coming. It's some sort of world that will immerse you, right? Here's CEO of Facebook, or now Meta, Mark Zuckerberg, talking more about this.
I think that this is going to unlock a lot of the product experiences that I've sort of wanted to build since even before I started Facebook. From a business perspective, I think that this is going to unlock a massive amount of digital commerce, and strategically, I think we'll have hopefully an opportunity to shape the development of the next platform in order to make it more amenable to these kind of ways that I think people will naturally want to interact. One of the things that I've found in building the company so far is that you can't reduce everything to a business case up front. I think a lot of times the biggest opportunities, you kind of just need to care about them and think that something is going to be awesome and have some conviction and build it. And I don't know. I think it's, to some degree, one of the things that I've been surprised about a number of times in my career is when something that seemed really obvious to me and that I expected, clearly someone else is going to go build this thing, that they just don't. And I think a lot of times things that seem like they're obvious that they should be invested in by someone, it just doesn't happen. So, I mean, I care about this existing, not just virtual and augmented reality existing, but it getting built out in a way that really advances the state of human connection and enables people to be able to interact in a different way. I mean, that's sort of what I've dedicated my life's work to. And I'm not sure. I don't know that if we weren't investing so much in this, that would happen, or that it would happen as quickly, or that it would happen in the same way. I think that we are going to kind of shift the direction of that.
To be frank with you, I found that description to be promising but vague. But to be fair, for something that hasn't been created yet, that does make sense. Mark Zuckerberg wrote in a blog post that the company's corporate structure would not be changing, but how it reports financial results will. Here's the quote: "Starting with our results for the fourth quarter of 2021, we plan to report on two operating segments, Family of Apps and Reality Labs. We also intend to start trading under the new stock ticker we have reserved, MVRS, on December 1st. Today's announcement does not affect how we use or share data," end quote. This is probably a good time to say that you might think Meta is a good name or a bad name, but so many of the other names that we've been using as part of our vernacular have been made up. You think about Google switching to Alphabet a few years ago. Not a very descriptive name at all, but yet they've continued to make money. That's probably the best comparison for Facebook using the term Meta going forward. Okay, that's it for today's show. If you missed yesterday's show, go check that out Everyone gets the link sticker. Check to see if you have it already. If you don't, update your app. That's always the first thing to check. And second, you can catch all past episodes of my show on Spotify or Apple Music or wherever you get podcasts if you missed it. Just look for the Instagram stories. Thanks so much, and come back on Monday for Mosseri Monday, where we break down what head of Instagram, Adam Mosseri, shared on his Ask Me Anything on Friday.
I'm not yet a member of the Instagram team, but my podcast covers many Instagram themes. But the name, image, logos are trademarks of Instagram and the LCC in the USA and every territory. Everything I publish independently. Until they let me run my team and start to pay my salary. Not sponsored or endorsed, no lies, no fallacy. I use their logo with permission, not malicious or callously. No trademark violation, filling all criteria. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Daniel Hill Media.
I'm going to tell you real quick that I ripped off the idea to have a wrap as the terms and conditions from the Robinhood Financials Snacks Daily podcast, which I listen to. The information on the podcast is good, but the wrap is even better. I'm sure they have a big budget team. I found somebody on Fiverr to do it, but seriously, it has been the funniest thing I've ever done for this show.